Today we will study about the consumer equilibrium. It is the next chapter of your microeconomics class 11th. Consumer equilibrium, it means when there is a stage when consumer gets maximum of his or her desires satisfied out of the given resources. For example, if I need to buy 10 pens and one pen costs rupees 1 and I am having 10 rupees with me. So out of 10 rupees, if I can get complete 10 pens, then I am in the stage of equilibrium. If I can buy 9 pens out of rupees 10, or if I can get 11 pens out of rupees 10, I am not in the stage of equilibrium. The money income which I have, out of that, exactly whatever I want, if I get in the same number, then I can say that a consumer is in equilibrium. Understood? So this is the definition of consumer equilibrium. Now in consumer equilibrium we will study about something about utility and utils. But before studying utility and utils, we have to study the law of diminishing marginal utility. So before that we will study what is utility. Many of the people said that utility is equal to usefulness, but it is not equal to the usefulness. Utility is something which is derived out of your satisfaction level. It is also known as want satisfying power of a person. So utility derives out of your level of satisfaction, how much you can get out of your income. Suppose the utility is measured in utils. Suppose 1 rupee is equal to 1 utils and I am having an ice cream of rupees 5. So I am consuming 5 utils, and utils has no exact level of measurement. It may change for every question, for every goods, for everywhere. Utils may change. For example, 1 rupee gives 5 utils, and an ice cream costing rupees 5. So 1 ice cream will give you 25 utils of level of satisfaction. Understood? If 1 rupee is equal to 5 utils, I am eating an ice cream and ice cream is costing rupees 5. So I am consuming 25 utils. That is how utils are measured. Another ice cream, it may be costing rupees 10 and 1 rupee may have 2 utils, 1 rupee may have 5 utils, 1 rupee may have 7 utils. Accordingly, the utils of consumption is measured. Understood what the util is? Then next we will study law of marginal utility. So law of diminishing marginal utility. Marginal means, by now you all know, because in marginal opportunity cost we also have seen what the marginal is. Marginal means every additional util. After spending 1 rupee, what utils I get? After spending 2 rupees, what utils I get? That is marginal. Now a very simple example. If you are hungry and you need some chapatis to get your appetite full, so the first chapati will give you the maximum level of satisfaction. The second chapati, consecutive chapati, will give you lesser satisfaction level. The third chapati, lesser than that. When you get your diet full, then it means you have consumed maximum of chapati which you could. At that time, marginal utility is 0 and your total utility is maximum. So law of diminishing marginal utility says that on consuming the goods which we need, when we keep on consuming, marginal utility comes down. It can never go up. That is why it is said that law of diminishing means it is going towards 0, what? The marginal utility. Now we will study the assumptions of law of DMU. The first is cardinal. Cardinal means it is measured in numbers. Second is continuous consumption. Continuous consumption means, for example, I have a utility of 3 ice cream. I have my capacity of eating 3 ice creams at a time. So the first ice cream will give me maximum level of satisfaction, and the third ice cream will give me the least level of satisfaction. It means marginal utility is coming down. But if I am taking ice creams in different time slots, one morning, one afternoon, one evening, then this law is not applicable, because all three I can have, all the 3 times I can have 3. So there should be a continuous consumption. Then there should not be any change in quality. It means if I have the desire of 3 ice creams, then the same quality ice creams I am taking, then only I can assess my level of satisfaction. Then utilities must be independent. Independent means on the basis of utility we spend our money, not vice versa. So these are the assumptions of law of DMU. Now we will study about the consumer equilibrium in single commodity. In my last video you have seen about marginal utility, law of diminishing marginal utility, and assumptions of law of DMU. In this session we will study about how we can get the consumer equilibrium when there is a single commodity available in the market, that is X. Now suppose in all the questions, one thing you should note down, that marginal utility will always be given. The given MU is known as, given marginal utility is known as MU. जो marginal utility दी हुई है उसको हम MU ही बोलेंगे. MUX का मतलब है marginal utility of commodity X which we are considering. PX means price of that commodity X. Now it is very important to understand what is this. This is known as MUM. It means marginal utility in terms of money. In the earlier session we have discussed that let us consider 1 rupee is equal to 5 utils. So that 5 utils is MUX when it is divided by 1. So it will remain 5. That 5 means out of the given income how much utility we can derive. It is known as MUM. So marginal utility in terms of money means how much utility we can derive out of the given money income. Now this is the case of equilibrium. The marginal utility of that commodity is when divided by price of that commodity. And if we get the equal amount out of this division, if we get 5 rupees and I also have 5 rupees, it means we are in equilibrium. मतलब जो पैसे मैं खर्च करके जितनी यूटिलिटी खरीद सकता हूँ, अगर वो 5 रुपए के बराबर है और मेरी जेब में भी 5 रुपए ही हैं, इसका मतलब मैं इक्विलिब्रियम की स्टेज पे हूँ. और अगर 1 रुपया बराबर 1 यूटिल है, तो जब मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी प्राइस के बराबर हो जाती है तो वो भी इक्विलिब्रियम की ही कंडीशन होती है. अब इसको हम एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझेंगे. वी विल गेट दिस एक्सप्लेनेशन विद द हेल्प ऑफ एन एग्जाम्पल. Now this is the question. Now this question can be understood as I am having rupees, whatever rupees I do have. In the question when utils are not given, in all such question we consider 1 rupee is equal to 1 util. Now these are the units of ice cream, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Price of one ice cream is rupees 10. So definitely when we are eating 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will always be 10. इसको 10, 20, 30 नहीं लिख सकते. Price of one ice cream is written here. That will be 10 for all. And it is our assumption also. Now the given marginal utilities, we know that marginal utility always decreases. So 20, 16, 10, 4, 0, 6. These are the MU. अब हमें इसमें MUX निकालना है. MUX means marginal utility of commodity X which is our ice cream. In the question when 1 rupee is equal to कितने यूटिल नहीं दिया, तब हम by default ये मानकर चलते हैं कि 1 rupee is equal to 1 util. So all MUs are divided by the number of util of 1 rupee. अगर 1 रुपये बराबर 2 util होते, mind it, if 1 rupee is equal to 2 utils, then MUX would be 20 upon 2, 16 upon 2, 10 upon 2, 4 upon 2, 0 upon 2 and minus 6 upon 2. But in this question, 1 rupee is equal to 1 util. So 20 upon 1, 20, 16 upon 1, 16, 10 upon 1, 10, 4 upon 1, 4, 0 upon 1, 0 and minus 6 upon 1, minus 6. So we have got MUX. Now see here that the price of one ice cream is rupees 10. This column, if I see this column, the MUX is 10 and PX is 10. We have seen in our question that when MUX is equal to PX, it is our condition of equilibrium. So in this question, when a consumer will consume 3 units of ice cream or 3 ice creams, he will be in the stage of equilibrium. इसका मतलब उसके पास जितने पैसे हैं, उसकी डिजायर जो है वो 3 आइसक्रीम पर पूरी होगी, और जब वो आइसक्रीम 10 रुपए की है तब वो 3 आइसक्रीम खाएगा तो वो इक्विलिब्रियम की स्टेज में रहेगा. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ दिस वी विल स्टडी with the help of graph. Our ice creams are 6. I am making a graph. See, here are units. And here PX and MUX both we have to write on y-axis. These are on x-axis and MUX and PX is on y-axis. The price is 10. When the unit of ice cream was 1, price was 10. Unit of ice cream was 2, price was 10 and so on. सभी 6 आइसक्रीम की प्राइस 10 है. तो ये हो गया PX. अब हम MUX बनाएंगे. फर्स्ट यूनिट पे MUX था 20, सेकेंड यूनिट पे 16, थर्ड यूनिट पे 10, फोर्थ यूनिट पे 4 and it goes to minus 6. ये हमारा MUX है. Now see where MUX and PX are getting equal. They are getting equal at this point. And at this point, what are the number of unit? 3. It means consumer equilibrium we can get when we will consume 3 ice cream. Understood?